All right, so Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I was insanely, insanely hyped for this game, and I've played through the first two chapters pretty in depth. I think I've put in close to 10 hours on just the first two chapters of the game. Now, I'm usually somebody who all these side content, little missions and stuff, they don't usually engage me. And so I tend to just blast through the main story, and I do not want to do that here, even though I am desperate to see where the story is going. I'm just enjoying being in the world so much. Now, to kick it off, that surprise to begin with. I mean, I love this opening. Obviously, we're gonna have spoilers here. The game kicking off with you playing as Zack, post a good ending of Crisis Core with rescuing Cloud, reaching the city, Avalanche, are some members perished, some members incapacitated, fighting through Shinra soldiers and rescuing Aerith, sorry, who has the white materia. I was actually I was crying with excitement and screaming. It got me so much. It was a crazy surprise, especially because Square Enix are pretty nefarious in spoiling a lot of things in their promotional materials and so forth. Oh, we got a Pokemon trailer back here. That beginning, it blew my mind, and I can't wait to see where that goes with, these alternate timelines that seem to be going on, as a consequence of the Sephiroth Aerith time travel or whatever the hell's going on here in the remake games. Amazing. Get to the Nibelheim stuff. And I just love how they've made everything so much bigger, right? They make that journey to the reactor so much longer and tougher and epic, and the characterization. This is one of the real boons of Final Fantasy the VII remake, right? And it's obviously carrying through into Rebirth. The characterization is so on point. So getting to know Sephiroth, more intimately, more nuance in the flashback, amazing. We getting to play as Sephiroth's an absolute treat. I mean, getting to play Zack as a start. You hold down square and he does a launcher, and he's got the goofy kicks and the goofy run from Crisis Core. I love it. I love it so much. And it's the characterization that gives such a big boon here. I was crying at that Zack stuff, and I was crying from the excitement of just the recap of the end of Rebirth. I was crying at some of the I had tears at some of the Cloud and Tifa interactions that happen on the other side of chapter 1 when you start chapter 2 and you go into Calm, and the reminiscing about the water tower and the dress she wore. And I mean, even before that, the fact that she confronts him so early on and is just where have you been the past 5 years? I don't remember you being there. The fact that happens just so early on, things are happening. Aerith had that conversation of with Tifa in the bedroom, I knew stuff, and now I don't know stuff, because of the whispers. It's stuff's been erased. She knew what was going to happen in the game, and now she's lost. The characterization is amazing, and a lot of that comes down to, obviously, the game looks beautiful. The game looks stunning. I know people are harping on about the graphics looking very Vaseline-y, but the character models are incredible, they're expressive, and the voice actors are really getting more and more into the role. Cloud especially, I forget the name of the guy, I think he's from Teen Wolf, but maybe it's just because in the first game, Cloud's just being grumpy all the time, but he's got so much more to work with here, and the nuance and the way he's like playing the character is incredible. I'm talking about my video game here. This is art, man. This is great. The music continues to be just absolutely outstanding. I cried again when I stepped into the open world, when I left Calm and I was in the grasslands, and I was like, this is the journey into the unknown. I mean, that was kind of like the original Breath of the Wild moment, you know? When you did leave Midgar, and it's like, whoa, this whole world. And so getting into that, it was incredible. I've had so much fun exploring, you know, the open zone of the Glasslands. I've been doing everything. I've been enjoying all the little side characters. I've been enjoying, you know, the Chocobo Bill, nieces and nephews or grandkids, whatever they are. I thought they were cute. I thought they were nice and charming. Riding the Chocobo, a load of fun. Getting, you know, even doing like activating the sort of Ubisoft style towers, and you know, doing all these little quests for Chadley in the open world. I found them engaging enough because it's just so fun to traverse around, whether it's on foot or using the Chocobos. It's just so fun to traverse around, and the combat it was already so good in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but they've like stepped it up here. You know, Red 13 is really fun to play as. The new synergy attacks, I know they did that with Yuffie in the intermission with that other Wutai guy, you know, she was with. But those being with the main characters here, and you can customize them all more. You've got the materia system still. You can upgrade the weapon still instead of just switching to a new weapon. Like, you could just make the Buster Sword sick instead of upgrading it. They've got these folios, which kind of looks like a sphere grid, you know, skill tree to unlock specific things for each character and synergy things within them. I'm having a great time. I'm having a really, really, really great time. And I just want to eat up, like, everything. The world's beautiful. The combat is so much fun. The characterization is on point. The music is terrific. The new twists and turns and unknowns of the story, like, you know, it's like in that first game where Sephiroth's just there. He's just there again in these parts. He's showing his face. The boss fights that I've done so far were really engaging. You know, I had to come up with some tactics, kind of swap the party out a little bit to make something that fit the scenario I was going into. What more can I say, man? The little card game. The card game, I was really enjoying playing the card game. The Queen's Blood, I think it was called. I was really enjoying playing that. All the little mini games and all the little different things so far, synthesizing the items, all these little things that piece together but don't feel like cumbersome. I'm having a really, 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 really good time. Really good time. And I'm just excited to play more and more. And I think this game's going to take me a while. I think it's going to take me a while because I think, you know, at least the chapters that put you in these open zones, I kind of want to do everything. I want to play all the card games. I want to, like, you know, find all the Moogle houses. I want to play, you know, I've had Chocobo races at the moment, but, you know, based on those trailers, it looks like every area I go to, there's going to be a bunch more of, like, different types of things and mini games. And this, people are raving about this game, and, like, I totally get why. Like, I totally understand why people are just, like, absolutely, like, losing their minds over this. Because, as I said, it's kind of firing on all cylinders. Now, I think for the most to be gained after this, you need to, I really, really think to be getting the most out of this game, you have to have been playing all the games. Because the Zack stuff is so informed by Crisis Core. And it's obvious that's why they did the reunion, you know, they did the Crisis Core and they put it on modern consoles. which is a good game, by the way. So that's not taxing to play. That's not like homework, you know? It's obviously a sequel to Remake, but the stuff that's happening here and the stuff that happened in Remake, I really do. It depends on kind of like a knowledge and a subversion of the original game to really get a lot out of it. So people, you know, like myself and many, many other people, I'm not individual here, you know, like this is a huge, popular franchise, compilation Final Fantasy VII itself. You know, people like us are just like so happy and pleased to be getting something that we love being paid this much attention to detail and care. I'm struggling for words. I'll just let you know that I'm excited. This thing's getting me crying with excitement. It's getting me like, you know, pumped up. It's getting me shouting at the screen, and it's just getting me kind of wanting to just do everything and get my teeth into it. I'm so excited, and I just know by the end of this, there's going to be, you know, 36 other things that have just like exploded my mind. But right now, this is the most fun I've had with a video game since I'm not quite sure. That's how high level this is for me. Let's see if it keeps it up, right? Let's see if it keeps it up, or because these games can have that pacing issues, you know. So let's see if this keeps this up, and we're not stuck in the sewers for way too long like we were in Remake. Maybe I'll come back every few chapters and kind of say what's up, say what's blown my mind, to kind of do little reactions in that way. But boy, oh boy, I'm certain this is my outlet. Because I don't have anyone around me who's playing Final Fantasy VII. This is my outlet for talking about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So if you've got opinions, please talk to me, because I got no one to talk about this stuff, right? Obviously, I just want to talk about the chapters that I've done. So don't go tell me what's happening in chapter 8, but you're going to talk to me about this. It'll be wonderful. Peace out.